and welcome to the Cat's Bell. Oh boy. I was immediately going to start with Urban Legend, but apparently we have not a realization, what it's called again? Abnormality battles? Isn't there another name for them? I can't remember. Anyway, also look, I made Bong Bong. I made everyone's favorite character Bong Bong. So I put them on Roland's floor because they deserve to be with the main character. And this is me. I couldn't actually make a cat like myself, so this is the closest I could get. This is my human Sona. Hold on, wait, where? There we go. I just picked a bunch of the generic dialogue that I thought was pretty funny, and then I put this in as well. I thought that was fun. Everything else is like one of the pre-made ones though. I really like this killing line. It's just it really is something. Just give me 3 seconds. Wow, I won, woohoo! That's enough. Back to battle. What a mood. Anyway, also Shy Guy's here now. If anybody else wanted one of their nuggets on one of the floors, just let me know. With a picture preferably in like the Discord or something, and then I can put you in. Anyway, I'm gonna do this abnormality battle first, just so that we have a floor with 3 people on it, because that would definitely help. Probably. What even is Kita's gimmick? I don't remember. I barely ever used Kita. Like I used it a little bit after the extremely spoilery key page. But before that, I didn't really use it, because I think it doesn't even get ego pages until very, very late. I guess Kita's just kind of like the generic hit thing harder, or just do things a little bit better in general. My body would be filled with energy whenever I got this thing's help. That thing can give power? Huh, does it feel like having 2 hearts or something? I mean, I imagine it wouldn't be too hard to have 2 hearts in the city. What did Heart of Aspiration even do in Lobotomy Corp? I don't even remember anymore. It's been so long. Anyway, what's your gimmick? I should actually read the passives like a good boy. Lose 4 HP if the character did not deal any damage for a scene. And same over here. So I can... if I just keep like blocking, I just have to ensure that I always clash with those. That's 2. Do I have anything that should work? I remembered to read the passives, but I didn't remember to actually check, like, the damage types. Whoopsie. 2 to 5 less damage from slash attacks. You are weak to everything. You are normal and ineffective to everything. That's fine. So I just need to clash with those guys and actually try to hit that one. Got it. That one's a 3 hit. Hold on. I don't know if I trust the 1 to 8 versus the 1 to 4. I'm gonna be honest with you. 3 to 4 should do it. Please let me click. Thank you. Nice. It somehow worked out. Oh, right, I should turn on... Here we go. That'll make things much easier. fucking card draw. Well, sorry Roland, you're gonna run out of cards really quickly. Well, I guess he's already run out of cards. But, hopefully that's okay. I don't remember what the first card draw, the first card draw page you get is. Oh my god, why is it? Stop that. My eyes. Jesus. Okay, well that's annoying. I don't have any three dice anymore. Hello, I just finally caught up on a stream. It's me, Echo. Hi, Echo. Good to see you. I'm starting this stream a little later than normal because I had some things to do, but I'm glad that I had the fortunate side effect of letting you catch it. I did not read what that page was. Whoopsie. Doesn't matter. I won! Oh, the suppressions. Yeah, I wake normally to you ending stream. Yeah, sorry. I started to stream a bit earlier than I used to because the time that I used to stream was like in the evening for me, so I would have like 0 energy. And I would always like be doing the stream and then like partway through it I would be like, oh, I'm so tired, I want to go to sleep. And my voice would be dying, so I've started streaming a little bit earlier. What does Roland sound like again? I can't remember. Hey yo. Angela, I called them all. Malkuth, Yesod, Netzak, and Hod. It's been a while since I saw you all gathered up in one place. Angela, what are you trying to accomplish with this? Nothing special. I simply wanted to have a meetup with all of you. Alright, let's loosen up a bit, everybody. We've got nothing to talk about with the likes of you. Wait, I do. I have a problem with the process of retrieving the light. You don't want to kill the guests with your own hands, do you? And you don't want to suffer yourselves either. He's right. Even though the guests chose to come in here, we shouldn't drive people to death as part of our work again. It's not right. You're alright with killing hundreds upon hundreds of employees, but now you're upset about killing a few strangers? Hypocrites. Don't lump me with all of you, will you? Nope, that's not what she said at all. Don't lump me with you lot, will you? I at least seek agreement from them. Got anything left to say, Netzak? We thought that would be the last of it. Not any more of this. We don't have a choice, Netzak. Nothing we say will get through her anyway. Hold on, what? I think it was meant to say through to her anyway, but anyway. You're still so cold and heartless, Angela. Ugh. Don't be so emotional now. I know you all realize deep inside your hearts that this is the only way. If you don't want to do this, you shouldn't have tried to stop me in the first place. Leave, all of you. Well... understandable. Yesterday I hesitated if I should draw more, but didn't choose to force myself. Yeah, it's good to take it easy. Ooh, I like Pulsation. It's a really good one. Unless you're running like Lock Shower or something. Lock Purple tier, I guess. Increase max HP by 15%. Current HP increases accordingly. Gain 1-2 speed. That's very boring. Fervent Beats. Selected librarian dies at the end of the 3rd scene, after which this page was chosen. Oh, that's fun. I don't think I ever liked picking that one, unless like I knew that I could finish it. Let's just rewatch. No, let's not. I was gonna rewatch the Urban Legend story, but I don't actually think it has anything to do with anything, so... Wait. Which floor do I want to use? I guess I'll just use Kita for now, because it has the most librarians. What pages does this use again? Rampage. I don't actually think I need Light Restore for this. It should be fine to just not have any, right? Because you only have one dice anyway. Gotta go through it that fast. Well, I guess you can have one. I'll give you one. Taste my flaming bat. Give me that. Get rid of this. I will put in... what was it? Overcharge? That's not what it's called. Charge up. That's it. I'm really good with names. Let me know if it's too quiet or anything. I never understood what the difference between the reds and the greens. The reds are when you get... they're more likely to show up when you get negative emotions, and the greens are more likely to show up when you get positive emotions. And you get positive emotions for winning clashes and negative ones for losing clashes. Also, the red ones tend to be like... they're strong, but they will also usually have some like downside. So like, they'll hurt you in some way, even though they'll also help you a lot. Konbanwa, konbanya, Haruki-kun, Haru-kun. Can't kneel forever, you know. I beg you, my juniors. They're all dead. You said that 1,000,000 times by now. It's gonna ring in my ears for days. Look, I know what happened. Your crew all died on a trip to a place called the library. I'd like to request the Zwei for support. I want to retrieve their books at least. And barging into Zwei HQ to beg like this is not the right way to do it. Come on, you know better than that. Isadora, please. Let's help him out just once. Could we at least request our superiors for a review of the case? Julia, I know you're friends with this idiot, but even then, we should not act upon friendship or attachment. The whole system would collapse otherwise. The lobby would be filled with all kinds of miserable folks begging and pleading for help. You may be a low-grade pipsqueak, but you're still Zwei's associate fixer nonetheless. You'd better remember what you learned today. But I'm responsible for this case, and the association is responsible for it too. I'm really good at talking today. Nowhere in our records does it say that Zwei is involved in this case, though. I have no idea what you're talking about, miss. So that's how it is. You use us as you please, then turn your back on us so easily. Hello, you're putting the blame on the wrong people here. Even if such a deal did take place like you said, you must have demanded or at least expected a corresponding reward. That's what a deal is, after all. You used the association as much as the association used you. You don't get to talk like it was a one-sided extortion. Come on, let's not act like rookies now. You've been in the business for 8 years. You should know how things work by now. Isadora, you don't have to be so harsh. You all started out as office mates. I'm just frustrated. I don't want to see him in such a wretched state either. Sorry. I understand what you're trying to say. You're right. That's how it's always been. I'll go look for another way now. Son, I'm sorry. I never thought it would turn out this way. Oh, well, would you look at that? Now this is the proper procedure I'm talking about. The Hana Association just elevated the library from urban myth to urban legend. That means our association can now officially act on this case, right? Well, yeah, but we still don't know his Visor's stance on it yet, so don't get your hopes up, right? Thank you, Isadora. I really owe you one. And apologies for laying my burden on you. It's nothing. All I did was compile information following procedure and send it to the other higher-ups. There certainly have been reports that several other syndicates and officers fell victim to the library, although they were mostly insignificant fledglings. But it's all thanks to the masterful data analysis by our lovely Isadora from Section 6 that it could be handled so quickly, right? That's my girl. Fine, believe in whatever you want. Anyway, do you still have that invitation with you? Looks like an association's about to make their move. Things will be different from now on. How much of a difference does that make? The guests we've had so far all gave us a visit out of casual interest or curiosity, but our future guests will have a clear goal in mind involving the library. In other words, plot. How so? A case officially recognized by the associations is guaranteed to be rewarding, and money attracts an awful lot of attention. The scale of our affairs is only going to escalate from here, like it or not. Our threat level or importance is still probably on the lower end, but we'll nonetheless get all sorts of people trying to unravel the mysteries of this place as long as the associations have an eye on us. I like the sound of that. I can make more valuable books out of them. I still have a lot to see and learn. I've been wondering for a while, but what's stopping you from leaving here? I'm under a curse. A deep, ancient curse. That is what's attached to me. No being that isn't human can walk out of this place. Besides, I don't want to leave this place until I've had my revenge either. It's not too bad so far. Rather, I've been actually quite delighted lately. It's been full of brand new things, unlike the prison that was my past life. New faces, accumulating knowledge, intriguing events. I like this abundance of freshness. I want to know more. I will keep learning, and as I learn, I might finally figure out why I had to be subject to such torment. Guess I gotta work harder then. Can't leave here as long as you can't, you know? Hey, if we get to leave one day, why don't I take you to a place I frequent? You mean a restaurant? Yep, they make some sick meat stew there. One of the secrets to that stew is the giant tin pot they commissioned T-Corp to customize. Boil meat with some water for just 10 seconds in that thing, and you get tenderized meat with a rich broth that you'd normally only get after 3 straight days of boiling. Creating a taste that's so rich in such a short time is what makes the restaurant so hot. The only issue is that the prices are a bit high. I spent half of my last job's payout on a single meal one time, but it's totally worth it. Oh, right. Are you incapable of eating? Sorry for bringing up useless words, ma'am. There are plenty of other places you'd love to visit, so I'll make sure to give you a tour through the city, ma'am. I can eat, but I cannot taste the food. I do wish to try dining like you people do if I get the chance, though. In any case, we need to finish the task at hand before anything. And the stew. I'll keep it in mind. Angela should go to Ham Ham Pang Pang. This kind of atmosphere never fails to distress me. What kind of what kind of atmosphere? I don't know if there are a lot of places like this. Random NPC. I forgot. I just made all of Bong Bong's dialogue Bong Bong. I don't know. I completely forgot about that until just now. That's incredible. Good work past me. That's so stupid. Taste My Flaming Bat is getting a lot of... I'm getting a lot of mileage out of it. Jesus, it's still working, huh? Best card in the game. Let's see. Yeah, Pulsation. Such a good Abno page. I didn't really like the pulsing it did on the screen just now, but whatever. I don't know how Taste My Flaming Bat is like consistently rolling so well, but I'm glad that it is. He's gonna Bong Bong this Waifu. He is. Bong Bong is truly a legend. But yeah, Echo, if you want to have like a nugget as well, like if you want yourself or like one of your characters or something in the game, just let me know. If you have a picture or something, I'll try to make them. And also what floor you want them to be on. You don't have to, but I made Shy Guy the other day. And I made Bong Bong, of course, and I made the closest thing I could get to me. What was I gonna do? I can't remember. Oh yeah, hold on. I made all dialogue Bong Bong. I completely forgot about it until I saw it earlier. I'm really a genius. Okay, let's do this. Fragments of the universe. Oh yeah, Screamy Boy. Look, it's our friend. The echo's coming from somewhere. I still can't forget the ring. I want this to go fast. Well, that was easy. Oh dear. Deal 0 damage if target has enlightenment in hand. Oh, well, I mean, that's fine then. I'll just keep this. You do this, you do this. Slap, slap, slap. There we go. I don't really feel like trying to understand them though. Yeah, that feels on brand for Netsack. Sir, you gotta wake up. You're gonna get sick if you sleep on the floor. Netsack once again cast a glimpse at Roland, who was still lying on the floor before turning back again. Ugh, the smell. And this thing rolling around on the floor. Don't tell me. A beer can. Where the heck did you get this? This is the library, Roland. Constructed from the light of possibilities. Anything's possible as long as you've got the book. Are you sure you're sorting the books well? You seemed okay at receiving guests, at least. He nods to the pile of books next to him. Really? You sorted them all? Let me see, The books are almost randomly scattered across the floor. I don't think that counts as sorting. Here, have a drink. Hey, you got manners at least. Well, let me take a sip if you insist. Never guessed I'd get the chance to drink beer in this place. Oh boy, how I miss this sparkling softness. Good stuff, eh? It sure is, brother. So, how's work been going? It's been going somehow. Not that I'm satisfied with it though. What's your biggest complaint at the moment then? That I have to take someone else's life with my hands. But it's either you or them, ain't it? That's why I have to fight, and that's what I don't like about it. I'll probably have to kill even more people as time goes by. Doesn't matter if it's a saint or the scum of the earth, everyone wants to live all the same. I'm picking up what you're putting down, but it's no different out there really. People all hurt and kill others because they don't want to get hurt themselves. Take others' lives, you can keep yours. Bit obvious maybe. I guess that's how things were in the outside world. Where are you from, by the way? The Nest? The back streets? Dunno, I'm feeling tipsy. All I remember for sure is that I worked at Lobotomy Corp. Must have been in a pretty sweet spot then, working in a megacorp like that. You really think so? Oh, of course. People are bound to envy anyone who gets to join a wing. They give a lot of cash, welfare's nice, and gain social status too. Yeah, that's what they always say. Oh, let's just forget all about that for now, and drink some more. Alright, gotta drink while I can. You've got to be kidding. Angela is so incredibly disappointed. I don't actually remember if any of these are good. Oh, Tentacles is probably decent. Incomprehensible is, I don't know, maybe. Although there's probably a use case for a lot of the abnormality pages. I'm just not particularly good at team building. Whoa, Law and Order. Ta-ta. Your shield seems okay. I still remember the first time I heard about Ruina. I just found it so strange but so cool at the same time. Heard about Lobotomy Corporation, I was just in the rabbit hole. Yeah, I think I'd heard of Lobotomy Corporation before Library of Ruina, but I didn't really look into it until I saw the trailer for... Like, I saw String Theocracy and I saw, like, the trailer for Library of Ruina, and then I was like... I started really looking at it, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. So, I was playing Library of Ruina since, like, the beginning, like, when it was still getting updates. I think I was just, like... It was... I know that I joined before Lovetown happened. And I was just, like... I remember being with, like, all the other people who were excited for the game updates, and we were all sitting there, and then, like, a boss fight would come out or something, and we'd all just be, like, crying or something. We'd all just be, like, yelling in the text channel together or whatever we were doing. Just like, what the fuck? Is this a Millie song? Oh god. Are any of these useful? I don't really love any of them. Avert seems solid, I guess. Retaliate seems also solid, but I don't like the 1 to 10. Feels very, Unreliable. We have 1 endurance to all allies next scene. That might be useful. Well, I'm not gonna put any of these in for now. Wait, what did Law and Order do? Was it just like a generic attack card? Oh yeah, it was just generic. Oh, I really want something with card draw. Do I have anything? Hold on. But yeah, Library of Ruina, I started getting into it and I was like, this is really weird, but now I have Project Moon Brain Rot. No, nothing. And I'm just in the rabbit hole now, and I can't get out. Please send help. Help, please. I've seen some videos about the beta where they had literally bookshelves that were being broken in fights. I don't remember that, but I do remember there used to be like this thing with passive attribution. Not the version we have now, but like the first time they put it in, they kinda messed it up, and you could like take away Eugene's like broken speed dice. You could just take that away so she would just have 3. Just for free. There were some other funky things as well. Oh, there used to be a way to consistently get like, I think Boundary of Death to a roll of 3 to 4. So it would just be a 50-50 on it just doing 50 damage, which is really good. Hello, hello. Hi, Shy Guy. Good to see you. We have a lineup of the search team. And you two are in, son, Julio. I'm finally headed back to the library. Yeah, let's go retrieve the books of Mars and Lulu and come back safely. Don't forget, while our main objective has been decided as retrieving the books of Mars and Lulu thanks to the coincidence of interest between San and the Association, we should still try to secure as much information as possible. Meaning we should collect as many books as we can. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I know it's a silly question to ask, but why is Vi, an association specializing in peacekeeping and security, deciding to set up a search team of all things to enter the library? Why did you come begging to us in the first place if you knew all that? That's because this was the only place I could count on. What about your younger brother? My brother is... never mind. Once again, I'm sorry for the trouble and thanks again for the help. Son. Anyway, since you're running an affiliate office, I suppose it's okay to tell you this. The distortion phenomenon, classified as an urban nightmare. I'm sure you've at least heard of it, even if you haven't seen it yourself, right? It's an anomaly that has been happening throughout the city ever since the white nights and dark days. The frequency may be low, but people are turning into monsters at random, and each individual occurrence is a huge pain to deal with. Yeah, I know, the pianist, the first recorded case of this phenomenon, and ended up killing 80% of District 9's population. I heard that it was so sudden, the Hana Association had to dispatch one of the colors immediately after realizing the severity of the situation. That's right. Yet, we still don't have any clues to track down the cause of this phenomenon. The most we have is the sudden disappearance of L-Corp, and the white nights and dark days, whose starting point was in the corporation's nest. Svai suspects that the library may be one of the keys to understanding the distortion phenomenon. A co-worker told me a similar story, said a resident in the area they were peacekeeping suddenly distorted and transformed into a 4-legged beast even though there weren't any signs of danger or anomaly nearby. Thankfully, they managed to take care of that creature before the death toll could hit 2 digits. And I also heard that a restaurant clerk turned into a man-eating sandwich monster, something like that one time. I think I understand now. So the distortion phenomenon is a clear and apparent threat to Svai's peacekeeping activities, and they expect the library to hold a clue for resolving it. You got that right. Nope, that's the wrong voice. You got that right. It's not like there's much difference between these voices anyway. You got that right. Fortunately, there haven't been any cases of the phenomenon that's nearly as devastating as the pianist so far. It looks like Svai is going to keep an eye out for the library for a while. Though there are several other suspects they need to investigate as well, so we won't be getting any high-grade fixes. This is more than enough help. Thanks, Isadora. I said I'm just doing my job. It's not like I'm doing you a favor or anything. Sure you are. You have my thanks as well, Isadora. Let's get to it. Is that really true? What is? The things they said about the library. Is this place really all connected to stuff like white nights and dark days, Elcor, and the distortion phenomenon? I'm frankly not even sure where we are in the city, though. What if I said it is? If you said it is, I'm not sure I get what you mean. It's extremely rare for an incident to encompass the city like the white nights and dark days did. There have been some cases of wings falling apart on their own, but those only affected by their own nest at most. Elcorp was something else entirely. It's like the whole city fell asleep for a week. Let's say that the library really is related to the white nights and dark days. What does that change? Nothing, I guess. My work is still gonna be the same. So this is the library. The transportation method is almost like a singularity. Yeah. The director of the library will soon come to greet us. Sure, Angela, was it? Greetings, dear guests. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Though it appears that you already know who I am. We're here to take back the books of Mars and Lulu. They are here indeed. We can get the books back, or die and turn into books ourselves, right? That is correct, as it is written on the invitation. It's like I'm talking to a wall. She's so robotic. Let me find your book in this place. Were you talking about funny prank? I don't remember. I think I was talking about 12 fixes. 12 fixes plus Boundary of Death. But there was probably other ways to do it as well. And then they changed 12 fixes. I mean, you can still kind of do the Boundary of Death thing, but it stops working after a certain emotion level, I think. But one thing about it, the library is if not the most busted ego went against the city as a whole, yeah. It kinda is on a different level from everything else. Ba-da-ba-bum. 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 Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Bum-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. I don't know how Taste My Flaming Bat is rolling so well for me all the time. Look at that. I don't think it's failed the evade roll once. This must be traumatic for San fighting against characters using the combat skills of his former comrades. Oh yeah, he sees me with two people in Lulu's outfit and then one person with Mars's big sword. Oh god, I'm so sorry, San. Oh god. And I've also burnt the books of his friends. That must be kinda shitty. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Boo. Ba-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Oh, that's a 2 dice one. You can do this. Wait, that's 2 to 3. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work actually. I lied. Don't do that. Well, Taste My Flaming Bat did not work that time, unfortunately. The biggest problem with having 2 dice in the early stages is that you don't have any card draw. Yeah, that is a big issue. Thankfully, it's kind of mitigated by the fact that I think you get like 4 cards at the start of an act. And since acts don't tend to last too long in the early game, it should be okay, but I am gonna like put Catch Breath or something in there as soon as I can. Oh, no, not Catch Breath, Overcome Crisis, that's the one. To overcome crisis. Yeah, you get 4 at the start. I just love this music, sorry. In this game, you give songs a bad time. Time to try traumatize songs, let's go. I mean, you could say that I think for like every reception, time to traumatize everyone we meet. Ba bam 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 bam. Oh, I shouldn't have killed. Oh, that was just a generic. That's fine. San and Julia. I should probably try to not kill them. At the very least, I should, like, let them get their emotions up a bit. Bonk. In case my flaming bat's really good. Let me just do this. Julia should be okay to kill now. And you, I just need to get your emotions up a little bit more. There we go. I mean, everyone's taking about 1 million damage from pulsation, because if I don't do any damage to enemies, I just take a bunch of damage. Which isn't great, but it's a necessary evil. Because I really want to get as many paid books as I can. I just realized that when you said back when you were waiting for Library of Ruina's updates, it's kind of the same thing with Limbus. Yeah! It's like a similar thing, except I think with Library of Ruina they updated on Fridays, but with, what is it? Not... With Limbus, it updates on Thursdays. So we've just kind of moved 1 day backwards. Maybe the next game will update on Wednesdays. Limbus is Thursday, yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, this Thursday when Refraction Railway comes out, I'll do like a special stream, because I don't normally stream on Thursdays, but I'll do a special stream on either Thursday or Friday, to go into it blind, because I want to see if I die horribly. That'll be fun, right? I kind of want to do it blind. I'll post something in the Discord later, but if anyone's going to talk about Railway Refraction, I do want to ask that you put it in like spoiler tags for a little while. Because I think it's fun if anyone wants to do it blind, then they can just do it blind. The library is located in the source of the White Nights and Dark Days. I touched up the headquarters of Wellcorp, the center of it, for my own use. I have no comment to make on the distortion phenomenon that apparently started occurring afterwards. I have little to no information about that phenomenon either, though I do have a guess. Whoa, that came out of nowhere. You were curious about it earlier, weren't you? I was created as a mechanical secretary to assist the Did I almost just say Majanager? Majanager? I was created as a mechanical secretary to assist the manager of Lobotomy Corporation. I was designed to look like a human, feel emotions, and make evaluations and judgments based on those emotions. It's as you suspected, I was born in secret, violating the AI Ethics Amendment. I never got to make my own judgment, funnily enough. I had to read the same script over and over for 1 million years, all for the success of a single project. The play that never seemed to end finally concluded one day, and... Roland... Do you think Roland thinks that she's, like... exaggerating when she says 1 million years? Roland's like, yeah, it must have been pretty rough. Sounds like a long time. And she's like, it was literally 1 million years. And the white nights and dark days happened as a result. Thanks for letting me know. I don't know who came up with that insane plan, but thanks to them, the distortion phenomenon started wreaking havoc on the city at random intervals. Ordinary people would turn into monsters all of a sudden, and they'd kill everything in sight. And the first ever case of the distortion, boy, that was a hellscape. It happened without any oncoming sign in a district that everyone believed to be relatively safe. The massacre was a work of art, too. It was named The Pianist for a reason. Well, what could I say? Oh. Anyway, thanks for telling me all that. Must have been a sensitive topic to you. You aren't as shocked as I expected. The monsters created from distortion did give off a suspiciously similar vibe to this library and its caretakers. You must have gone through a whole lot of distress in your life. Anyway, what comes next is the problem. What can we do to lower the Zwei here? You can use this book. I tried writing down the relationship between L-Corp and the distortion phenomenon. It should be quite valuable to them under these circumstances. Understood. I do apologize for not spoiling the April Fool's event thing. No, that's fine, honestly. Like, I usually just like spoiler tag things for like a day or so myself, but like that's just my own thing. It's not like a hard and fast rule. But I would like to ask for the Refraction Railway thing. Just for like a day or two. Well, maybe not even that long, just like a day. It's probably fine. And anyone who's excited to just like try it out and get the ass kicked can just do that. Can just do that. I'll put this one on instead. I like this one more. Commandeering is just really good. I like it way more than Rampage. Probably until the Wolf Cleanup crew encounter. Sorry, I forgot what I said. Also, does anyone remember which district the pianist happened in? I know they mentioned it like in this Vice story just now, but I've already forgotten. Was it District 23? I don't remember. Reduce the cost of a nostalgic embrace of the old days by 1 after engaging in a clash. Sorry. So I shouldn't clash with you? That makes sense. Okay. Does that count as a clash? Apparently yes. I'm assuming. Hold on. We're just gonna try this one again. About the million time passing. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. District 9. Oh, District 9. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So that was District I? C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Ideally, if there's a defense die, I recommend not engaging at all. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of just not clashing with this one, which I probably should have done. Because otherwise it's gonna murder me. Horribly. The damage type is also not great. I should probably maybe swap to like a different page, because this is dealing slash damage. I'm just not gonna bother with you. You're a kind one, aren't you? Let's do it again, okay? I didn't get to read the rest of that. It's okay, don't be afraid, we're just playing together. That thing loved to play with people. Right, hugging was its favorite thing, wasn't it? It feels refreshing to see you again. Well, I don't know if refreshing is the word I choose to describe this. Honk. Yeah, that's slash. I probably should have used a different key page for this. Whatever. That's probably fine, right? Taste my flaming bat. I have no confidence in you doing anything, but go for it. Give it a shot. And you can just smack him, I guess. Oh, holy shit. I did not expect it. Once again, I didn't expect Taste My Flaming Bat to actually evade everything, but it did. Best fucking card in the game. Sometimes I do wish Lore had a separate save file so I can replay it without losing all my progress. You can move, you can just like move the save file. That's what I did. I just made a folder on my desktop to store my old save file in, and then I just started a new game after I like backed up the file somewhere else. I think you can find a guide online if you just like look up Library of Ruina save file location or something. Something along those lines. Oh, got a ton of books for you, Malkuth. By the way, I told you before that this is my third life, right? Oh yeah, you've been thinking about your previous lives? By the way, I heard from Angela that this place is related to Lobotomy Corporation somehow. Is that really true? It's not just related somehow. I was an AI in charge of the control team in Lobotomy Corporation. AI? As in artificial intelligence? Hold on a sec, you're an AI, just like Angela? Sorry, my wording was a little off. I wasn't a real AI. I was a human whose brain was restored for a second chance, if anything. Sheesh, I was worried for a second that this place violated the AI Ethics Amendment even more than just one time. The head could take this place to the ground. The head could come burn this place to the ground at any moment if that were the case. You mean the institution that manages the city? Yep, that head. They usually like to stay awfully quiet, but when they do have work, they're scarily thorough and quick about it. Also, I've heard, you know. You're so casual, aren't you? I thought we were having a serious conversation here. Whoops. Sorry, I've gone through all kinds of stuff, so my priorities tend to be a bit unusual. It's not like I was trying to ignore what you were saying or anything, Malkuth. So I'm sorry if it made you feel bad. You have a rather unique personality, Roland. It was all part of my survival strategy. Anyway, back to your past. You said you used to be the boss of the control team back in Lobotomy Corp, right? That's right, and now I'm in charge of history here, as you can see. So I started out by tracing back in my own history, very, very slowly. Would you like to have a listen? Not a fan of long and convoluted stories. Hey, don't be such a mood killer. You're supposed to agree here. Well, why bother asking if you're just going to tell me the story anyway? You know what? You got me there. Anyway, I was ordered to work in Lobotomy. She's just doing it anyway. I was ordered to work in Lobotomy Corp as the head of the control team, bearing all my flaws. I was given a role to play as soon as I woke up, not realizing who I truly was. But with my heart still aching from the unresolved pain and regret from my past, almost about to burst, just like that, I kept doing inhumane acts for Lobotomy Corp. I didn't even question what I was doing since it was all just work to me. It felt like a calling even. The only thing guiding me was a vague feeling that something went wrong because I didn't try hard enough. My twisted sense of effort pushed many into peril. I forced others into following my own selfish standards like a fretful child. It must have been rough for you, being told to work like that without knowing what you were getting into. Did your memories naturally come back after working in Lobotomy Corp for a while, or...? It's more like it'd be more correct to say I was reminded of them. My life at Lobotomy Corp was actually my second. And when my emotions finally erupted while working there, I could remember my first life. All the mistakes and faults I'd made, and regret. I could understand why I had been so obsessed with working hard. Turns out, what I really wanted was recognition. Look, I'm trying so hard. I am a useful person. I never knew how to stand up without leaning on someone else. After I vented out all of my emotions, the inner struggle that had been haunting me for so long finally had solved. I found redemption for my first life during my second life. Alright, so let me get this straight. You did something wrong, which you regretted so much, and died, somehow came back to life, and got another job, and the big lump in your regret eventually got resolved in a turn of events? I guess that's one way to put it. Hold on for a moment. Let's say that everything else makes sense since it's the city we're talking about. Yeah. I think we could just like slap that on any discussion about Project Moon stuff. Just slap that sentence on. But who revived you, and for what reason? Just to give you that enlightenment? Maybe, so that I could let out all of my resentment and sorrow. That I can find redemption. Don't delude yourself, Malkuth. Oh, jeez, you scared me for a sec. You listened to all this? Your salvation was never in his interests. He only did it as a means to finish his own redemption. I wasn't the one using you. It was him. He used all of you just to satisfy himself. I can't bear to hear any more of this nonsense. Angela. Well, I forgot this was gonna happen. Anyway, so I need you to fall asleep. What's with those faces? It's the rest you all longed for. Can't let you do that. We've worked so hard to make this happen. Worked hard? How funny. Would you really call what you've done hard work? We're not going to sit still and let you take away our light. Our light? You're not the boss, and I would never even listen to you, even if you were. Of course you won't. We're still loyal to that man. I won't let you rob me of the meaning I finally found. No one is by my side, as I expected. Do not feel so lonesome now. I shall stand by your side if no one else wills to. Damn it, Bina, even in the end, you're... This must be yet another consequence of his actions. I simply acknowledge all events as valid. I would have shed a tear of gratitude for you if I could. Feel free to act upon your wishes. Angela, a machine consumed by desires. You cannot take this path. I decide what I can or can't do now. You can't cling to Lobotomy Corporation forever. Aren't you interested in learning more about yourself while living your own life? My life, it was to save humanity. That's why I could willingly sacrifice my life. It was for a greater cause. What a bunch of idiots. Seems another storm swept by. God, why am I just fucking up every single word today? I gave away my 2 previous lives trying to save people, and I'm willing to do it again for the 3rd time. We withstood all those hardships and trials for the sake of humanity. Do we look like idiots to you too, Roland? Well, it's not like I know enough of the details. Don't get this whole saving humanity thing either. But if that's what you sincerely hoped for, who am I to judge? Of course I'm sincere. Please leave me be for a bit. I need some time to think. Alright, you do look like you need some rest. Remember, deep breaths, okay? Oh, and you don't have to be too courteous with me when we talk. Just thought I'd let you know. Yeah. Bum 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 ba da ba da bum. Was Iron's end justified? Who knows? Well, one way or the other, if anything bad ever happens, we can just blame Iron. or common, but mostly iron. Remember kids, if you ever encounter any problems or difficulties in life, just blame iron. Did you maybe trip over and fall on the floor and scrape your knee? That was Iron's fault. Did you step on a Lego? Iron put that there. He's trying to make you distort. It was all his fault. Or the city. Yeah, I guess you could also say it's all the head's fault. Bum 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 bum. I guess I'll use Malcolm's floor for now. Sorry, Bong Bong. Do I want to use on Clash Win boost the max value of the next die by 3 at a 25% chance? I don't love that, but he does have Endured against 1 damage type. Okay. I guess we'll put him in for now. This page we will empty. When do I get passive attribution, by the way? I don't remember. Is that like urban something? Urban Nightmare? Combat pages, gimme. I'm just not gonna put Light Restore. I don't know if you really need Light Restore when you only have 1 speed dice. I've actually been kind of fine. I'm gonna run through this again because I want to get Julia's page. Either it's the head's fault, the index, or iron or common. Yep, it's always one of them. I don't know if I'd put the index on the same level though. Bum 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 bum. Bum, ba, da, bum. God, I really love this music. Bum, 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 bum. It's such a vibe. As we learn later, the index is the will of the city. That is true. To a heart, nobody seems to listen. Or it's at least one of the... I think it was mentioned that it's one of the beings in the city that can be equated to like a god. Or something like that. Which means there are multiple, which is spooky. But at least that means that it doesn't have total dominion over everything. Probably. My memories are kind of fuzzy. They have such good music in the Moon games, it's almost scary. It is. Actually, in Lobotomy Corporation, apparently a lot of it was like royalty-free music, or like stock music, but it was just used really, really well. I think like the warning music was custom-made and some of the other stuff, but a lot of it was stock. And then I think for this one, a lot of it's just actually commissioned by Studio IEM or Millie. I don't remember what any of these do. Deal stagger damage to the dice's value at 20% chance. To the highest cost in hand is chosen. The same name. Oh, isn't that really good? Actually, it's not helpful. I just realized it's not gonna help me because I have no card draw. They went so far from lobotomy to library. Well, sec. Yeah, they did really grow a lot. I think, like, as well, the old Lobotomy Corp translation got fixed as well, and now they're making like Limbus Company, which is apparently getting like a lot of profit. From what like I've seen some pictures like about their earnings, and I don't think that they expected to get this much. Well, I'll just give this to you. I don't usually buy stuff in games too often, but with Limbus, I have been spending money because I just like Project Moon a lot. And I'm just like, please have my money. Pretty please? Please make cool games with this. It is nice to hear that they got the money back through Limbus. It must have been kind of scary to just throw the game like this. Yeah. I don't know how much money like is spent on developments and stuff, but I remember seeing like figures of how much they've made, and it just seemed like a pretty decent chunk, especially considering most of PM's games have just been like one-off purchases, which I do prefer that, but I think Project Moon like literally like Ji-hoon, the director, said something like, we just need to get money, so we're just gonna make Limbus as a way to get money, and I'm like, I respect that. Honestly. So I'm just giving them money. Like, I mean, I'm not a huge whale, but I've got the battle pass and I got like the monthly packs, which is a decent chunk of money. Just cause, you know, Project Moon, please have my money. Pretty please. Make more games, make cool stuff. Wow, that's fun. I don't super want them to just fucking die, but I don't really have an option, I guess. Oh, actually, I'll charge up first. And then I will slap you with this. Bum 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 bum. Taste My Flaming Bat is so fucking good. The battle pass is honestly enough for me. Yeah, like, if you're gonna buy one thing from Limbus, the battle pass is honestly the best thing you can get, I think. Like, just in terms of pure value, because the monthly packs are nice, but you don't... With the battle pass, you get like just a bunch more stuff in general. You get a bunch of like egos to play with that are fun, and you also get like, once you pass the maximum level of the battle pass, every extra level will give you 3 nominable boxes instead of 1, which is, it makes farming way better. So like, it actually makes it very possible for you to farm up enough shards to like get whatever character you want. I call it sparking. I don't know what everyone else calls it. Oh, okay, right. I can just kill you now. I didn't do a very good job of killing him, apparently. Wow, and we can't steal the clashes with anyone else, huh? Okay, cool. You just do this. You might explode, but oh well. That's life. Please don't explode. Wow. Rin, might I ask something? Sure, what is it? What are your stance on clowns? Don't love them. I think Oswald's neat. I like Emma and Noah. But not because they're clowns. I just like them. But regular clowns, I wouldn't say I'm particularly super scared of them, but I do think they're a bit creepy, and I don't like them. Okay, can I actually get Julia's page now? Pretty please, with a cherry on top. Gimme, gimme, gimme Julia's page. Want somebody? Slash damage +1? Why did I even farm for that? I don't... Nah, whatever. What was that card that I just got? Silent Night? What is Silent Night? It's this time of the year, a very so merry night we all dear. Oh, my savior. Asking you shall receive. Yay! Yes, sir. I'm afraid San and Julia couldn't make it back. Requesting additional support. Isadora, what do you think the purpose of the library is? From the information we've gathered so far, it's the accumulation of knowledge. Accumulation of knowledge, you say? The library simply offers a deal. It has no influence on the outside world. It only rewards or punishes those who have entered. The winner can get the books they want, and the loser becomes a book that the library wants. Any linkage to the distortion phenomenon? That is unclear, sir. But my instincts suggest that it has to be related to the phenomenon somehow. And why is that? The invitation to the library, its books, and the beings called librarians that reside there. All elements of the library are similar to what we've seen of the distortion. A common feature is that it's impossible to observe them for an analysis of their constituents or components. We cannot carry out a comparative analysis because of this, but this inability to observe itself can be considered a common trait. It's not like you to make such baseless claims, is it? Section 6 will not needlessly obsess over the library. There is simply too much uncertainty for us to recklessly jump into the case. The Zwei Association gets hundreds of requests every day. A fair number of them are allocated to us at Section 6. I hope I'm pronouncing Zwei correctly. If I'm not, I probably just sound terrible. I'm sure you understand that these claims are not compelling enough to make us give up all these requests in favor of the library. I'm aware, sir. And yet here you are, requesting additional manpower for investigating the library. Are you sure you aren't simply using the alleged linkage to the distortion as an excuse to get your revenge on the library or retrieve the books of your colleagues? Even as we speak, syndicates like the Carnival are chewing up people's guts out in the open, and the likes of the musicians of Bremen are making modern art pieces out of innocent citizens. And there are yet more insane individuals looming over the city, no? And our duty is to protect our clients from such shit in the city, is it not? You're right, sir. Remember the slogan of our association. Your shield, sir. Exactly. Our role is to be a trusty shield for our client. So don't put down that shield without good reason, got it? You may leave now. Will do. Isadora? Yes? Did you happen to put this invitation in my drawer? No, sir. I haven't received any new invitations yet. What is the current risk like? I'm really stupid. What is the current risk level of the library? It's currently resting at the Urban Legend class, but it's been slowly rising with every new report. Now I see. The Book of Distortion, is it? They've been using irresistible bait like this to attract their victims, haven't they? Things went rather smoothly thanks to your book. It's not something we could get from any of the guests we've had so far. I simply offered them what they needed the most at the moment. I am better than anyone at understanding the situation at hand, coming up with an appropriate response. Precisely, ma'am. You surely did come up with a perfect solution to lure out the Zwei. Heck, If you can print out books right away, wouldn't it be nice to just make a whole lot of them ourselves? I can only write books about the things I know. I need more time to write another one too. Oh, I see. So, can I ask for your publications from time to time then? I am willing to cooperate since you're doing your job as my assistant. Just don't pester me too much. Sure thing, ma'am. A mere servant such as I wouldn't dare commit such atrocity as bothering our Mistress Angela. Oh no. Do you think this will work out well? The director of a section in an association like the Zwei should be more than enough as our next step. The information he holds has got to be on a whole nother level from what we've collected so far. It's been quite a while since I worked in the field. You haven't had any field work in a while too, no? You're right, sir. If we can get this case resolved, we can finally get out of Section 6. It's nice to be finally collecting information about the distortion directly from the source instead of having to get my hands dirty engaging with these lowly syndicates. Neither of us should rot in Section 6 for the rest of our lives, wouldn't you agree? Yes. We can have revenge for your colleagues, get a lead on the distortion phenomenon, and aim for the higher position, all at the same time. How fascinating is that? Everything seems to fall into place too conveniently. Greetings, dear guests. I am the You must be Angela, director and librarian of your old namesake, right? Indeed, it's just as you said. I've seen reports about you, but is it true that you're a machine, not a human? My. Staying quiet won't hide it, girl. A machine must behave as a machine. You made quite a huge deal out of your little library. It's rather troublesome to have a non-human like you cause a fuss this big, you know? I kinda liked Walter, but he's actually kind of an asshole, huh? Sir, I don't think we should provoke her any further. May you find your book in this place. Is this the multi-act one again? Yes, it is. Let's just clean up this first floor as quickly as I can. Don't really know what to do here. I mean, you could just do this. Just not that one. It's a shame I can't clash, but whatever. Oh, that one's not dead yet? Oh my god, they're all still alive. Should be floor or act 1 dealt with. Nope, it wasn't. I lied. Thanks, Malkuth. Big fan. I should really change the bookshelf for Kinsley, I think it was. Okay. Maybe at some point I should just make a floor with like a bunch of like a bunch of block cards so that I can farm, not stagger, farm emotion on the enemies really easily. Maybe I'll do that at some point. I'm too lazy to set it up right now. What's that? I mean, if I were to do it on anyone's floor... No, actually no, maybe Hakma wouldn't be a good idea, because if I did it on Hakma's floor, he would just kill them. That's not what I want at all. Well, I don't like that sound effect. I don't really know why you had to do that to me. Really scary, all of a sudden, just hearing that. I guess just do this. Probably won't kill him, right? Does anyone remember how many receptions are in Urban Legend? Because if it's not too many, I want to see if I can get like a decent chunk of the way through. But I've been really slow with just like the first part, huh? Nope. Oh well. I'll just try to do like a few receptions, maybe like 2 more. Probably nowhere even close since I'm still at the start of Urban Legend. Wow. My librarians are not having a good time. Okay, well at least all the enemies are at max motion now. I cannot clash with that. Whoops. Oh well. Just charge up. Get some light for next turn. Urban Legend or Plague? Am I at Legend or Plague? I thought I was at Legend. One reception each? Seriously? Oh. Mola Office and the Stray Dog Syndicate. You're in Urban... Okay. So it's just 2 more. I can probably finish Urban Legend today then. Wouldn't be too bad as long as I don't take a million years. Maybe I should just use Kita. Yeah, I might just go back to Kita after this and just start Unga Bungaing things. Oh. Sorry if you heard that just now. Because Unga Bunga would definitely make this faster. Although I don't really love the fact that I'm only gonna have a few turns to do it because, what was it? Fervent Adoration or something is gonna do about 1 million damage to me if I take too long with farming emotions. Or I guess I could just try to get like tiny hits in, but what does it mean to behave as a machine? Boy, not that topic again. Someone I used to know loved to say that phrase. Like I told you before, making machines with emotions or sapience is forbidden. Even if one were to be made, the head has long settled the ethical implications and all that. That means they've decided on a solid answer for the long-standing question, how is a machine with emotions different from a human? Their answer being, even if a machine carries emotions and intelligence, and is nearly identical to a human in every aspect, it is still a machine by birth. Machines should always stay below humans. No, I don't like the head. I don't. Therefore, it is now forbidden to create sapient machines as they can disrupt the proper judgment of societal values. Furthermore, all existing sapient machines must be subject to extermination regardless of ownership. In short, machines are machines and humans are humans. Machines exist solely to serve humans is what they're saying. Also, doesn't that just mean that they killed a bunch of people? All existing sapient machines must be subject to termination regardless of ownership. They probably just killed a lot of people. Oh dear, I don't like the head. Oh, that's the mindset people in the city decided to have. Where would human brains be stuffed in heaps of scrap metal belong? Those would still technically count as humans. Some might consider them defiled and others might look down on them, but the brains themselves are natural. You get what I'm saying? What about an electronic copy of a human brain? That would be a machine, since it's not born human. To be frank, I don't really get these standards either. I guess birthright matters to them the most, but maybe it's a defensive reaction born out of the urge to preserve humanity as a species. That's unfair. Nothing is ever fair in this world. You're right, it seems everyone lives with the share of unfairness they must bear. Now you're talking like a city dweller. They either terminated them or they escaped to the outskirts. Just kinda sucks. Please give me these on the first try so I don't have to do the reception again. Oh, whatever. Even if I miss out on it, I'll just do it after the stream. Well, I was gonna do it again if I didn't get Walter's page because I wanted the extra speed die, but I got it, so we're fine. You can be Mars. Where's Mars? Mars, where are you? There you go. And you? Is that... Nope, that's Lulu's friend. I done the wrong one. I think in my original save file I still have some of Lulu's friend page 2, which for some reason got removed from like the final game. Like there's no actual way to obtain it now. But it used to be there, and I think I still have it. Either the page or the book, one of them. Okay, now I'm going to give you retaliate, retaliate. 2 cost. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Defensive dice power +1 is really good. Your shield is so good. That can be good if I've got a second attack coming towards you. What else was there? I can't remember what other 2 cost cards I use. Should I just use Struggle? The best card of all time. I mean, the rolls are decently solid, I guess. Let's put another one of these in. And then we will put in Flaming Bat. 1 fence, 2 Flaming Bat. Where is it? Here we are. The last one can be Charge Up. Unless I have some other light restore. No. I'll just use Charge Up, I guess. And I'm actually going to remove one of these Charge Ups from you, and I'm going to give you another. Well, I'm just gonna give you Fence, I guess. I need Overpower. Where is... Just put some handling work in there, that's fine, probably. Oh, uno momento. Right, we're gonna do this. All around helper time. Mind giving me You're Too Slow? What is You're Too Slow? Oh, is that a card? I'll give that to you after the... Actually, I can just return to title. Bum, 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 bum. Don't know why it didn't show up when I searched for it, but sure. It's a decent evade die, okay. 1 to 9, yeah, that is pretty decent. Oh, okay, hold on, let me read these. Restore 1 light after dealing 10 more damage in a single scene. All of these, okay. You're just defending. On use gain 4 strength and 1 endurance next scene. Don't love that. Okay, we're just gonna bully the one in the middle. Okay, do this first. Probably shouldn't use all of your light all at once. That's probably a bad idea. I'll actually just save your light for now. Can't really make you get your emotions up on a one-sided attack. Okay, that one... Well, the evade die will come through anyway, so I may as well just do something like that, I guess. Bonk. Oh my god, I can't believe you actually evaded that, what the hell? I also completely forgot the fact that they had strength. Whoopsie. Raise the maximum value by 3. You have like a 1 to 9 evade anyway, so it's not like that's gonna lower it to 0, will it? Actually, it might, I don't even know. You charge up on this. Okay, you can probably get an emotion level off that. You charge up on that. And retaliate on that. Okay, that's probably fine, right? Hopefully this kills that. Yep. Good. I didn't need to use charge up at all. I don't really have any blunt attacks, so this is really not the floor to be using these pages on, but whatever. It's fine. I do that. What do I have here? Okay. Can I do something like... Flashing that. And then that'll make the defense die roll against that, right? It should. Well. Okay, that's probably fine. Hopefully. Your shield makes it better. I told you you're too slow is good. I didn't expect it to be that good, I'm gonna be honest. I saw the 1 to 9 and I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I trust this, but your shield does make it better. Charge up should be able to kill that, right? Oh my god. Okay, thankfully it still killed it. I was gonna be so angry if it did like 2 damage out of the 4 I needed. Okay. And we just slap that boy. Good. It does look round and cute, to be honest. It was pretty popular with us. I didn't read what Yesod said. Whoops. You booked deliveries here, tidied up my clothes in advance this time too. Oh, greetings, Angela's lapdog. Come on, still at it with that? The books you brought me last time were interesting, to say the least. I learned that the technologies employed in the back streets were interwoven in a disorderly manner. From crude equipment made of junk to clothes woven from antimatter. All kinds of— what the fuck? Clothes woven from antimatter? I have not seen mention of that in the Project Moon lore before. That's interesting. I guess maybe related to the tailors. Like, a different group from the carnival, probably. All kinds of technologies at various levels of advancement can be seen. There's cutting-edge tech out there, but only few get to benefit from it. I assume wealth is the determining factor. We're in an era where rich people don't have to worry about any disease. We have all sorts of cures now too, granted you have the cash to buy them. And then we have people playing God with all those technologies called singularities. What was Lobotomy Corp's singularity, by the way? The corp's gone now anyway, so no one's gonna sue us for spilling the beans. Aren't you shameless? I suppose I wouldn't have to tell you. Hey, stop treating me like an idiot. I'm not that stupid, you know. Lobotomy Corporation's singularity was physically manifesting the human mind in abstract concepts, converting human emotions to physical energy, in the same vein as the library. Human emotions can be interpreted as a complex mass. That mass is built up through experiences. When emotions are heightened enough, a page will be chosen. A spot is reserved for a person's book. It is a comprehensive manifestation of their ego, but not their ego, which is something else. With capital letters. As the battle becomes fiercer and the combatants get agitated, the egos will grow intense and allow their mental states to be physically expressed. Physically manifesting the mind, huh? Certainly seems similar to the distortion. What did you just say? Oh, nothing. Just a bit of monologue. Anyway, that sure sounds like a singularity, alright? Impressive indeed. You know, it makes me wonder. Malkuth said you guys were part of a project that aimed to save humanity, right? That is true. What kind of saving was that all about, really? Make money rain down from the sky or something? That'd save everyone for sure. No, that just caused inflation, probably, and they'd find a different reason to make everyone else suffer, because it's the city. It can't be compared to such ridiculous nonsense. And you have no right to talk so lightly about the sacrifices we made. Alright, calm down now. Sheesh, can't even crack a joke around here. We sought to cure the mind. Carmen was the leader of our research team. She said every person in the city had a diseased mind, and that the disease was so severe, humanity would slowly lead itself to self-destruction at this rate. She described the situation as no better than lemmings willingly jumping into a pit of fire. What? She smells a lot like a shady cult leader according to my tingling fixer sense. And everyone agreed to what she said just like that? And now you're taking me for a fool. Of course there were quantitative indices to scientifically prove her claim. I suppose it would be useless to describe them to you in detail. Okay, eggheads, setting that aside, did you guys succeed with that goal of saving humanity? I mean, based on the state of the world, I'd assume not. You never cease to annoy me. If we succeeded, we wouldn't be here doing this. Oh, yeah, fair point. The fact that we failed to save humanity is not what makes me upset the most. We have committed countless sins, and hundreds of good deeds, all in the name of a single righteous purpose, saving humanity. We convinced ourselves that we had no other choice. We performed unethical experiments and knowingly drove employees to death in Lobotomy Corporation. We tolerated all those vile deeds for greater good, but all of that is about to be for naught. What will be made of their sacrifices? All the pain me and my colleagues endured, Angela ruined it all. Fatigued already? What a shame. My employees and I are up for more. Don't be ridiculous. I'll kill you for sure this time. Bina, not even you will manage to break through our combined effort. You raise a valid concern. Is it true It is true, even I cannot stop all of you in such a short time. We will need to act quickly, Angela. I was just about to do something about it. Oh, shucks. The clip-off deterrence is being lowered. She's overriding my authority on the system. Sorry, the oh shucks seems awfully out of place, Jess. It's very funny. Sorry? Sorry, what was that? I wanted to hear that sound effect again, but I guess I can't. The abnormalities are breaching. All Sephiroth and personnel, please follow my lead. The control team will be in command now. Hawkman and the architecture team, please stop Angela from taking over all the systems. Understood. Gebra and the disciplinary team, please keep Bina at bay. You bet. Leave this to me. Sorry, she's still holding mimicry? I forgot that she still holds mimicry even when she's in her little robot form. Harden the training team. Provide the employees with the right manual and information. Attention to all employees. This is a Type X emergency protocol. Please act accordingly to the following instructions. NetSec and the safety team, please focus on treating the wounded. I'll try to take care of them as quickly as I can. Yesod and the information team, please identify the weaknesses of the escaping abnormalities right away. I will analyze them all with the utmost precision. Chesed and the welfare team, please work on restoring the clip-off deterrence as soon as possible. Will do, this one's my fault after all. No time to feel guilty, Chesed. Tifrith and the Central Command team, please support everyone with your resourcefulness. I was gonna, no need to say it. It brings me joy to see you all act in such coordination. Now, try and stop us till the end. You will never understand how we desperately struggled to stop her from snuffing out our light, and the guilt we feel from compromising at the end. You're right, I won't. All I care about is helping Angela. I want her to achieve her goal, you know? So you simply want the results, no, whatever the process may entail. You're no different from Angela in that you only care about your own well-being. You're despicable, a typical example of an inhabitant of the city suffering from the disease of the mind. You used the technologies the city had to offer for your immediate convenience, not knowing or caring about the sacrifices those technologies were built upon, like the really good soup pot. The stew pot that Roland really likes from that one restaurant. He really likes that stew pot, but sorry about where that came from. Sorry, Roland, that you're gonna have to find out about that, not knowing that you're bringing about your own demise. Oh, so that's what the whole diseased mind thing was about. I should value the process more than the result. You're a bunch of dreamers and snobs all along. I bet you're from one of those nests. Look, I know better than anyone about the price of those technologies and singularities. Diseased mind my ass. And your point about people using singularities without knowing how they really work? That's because they literally have no other option. The corporates have concealed so much that consumers eventually gave up inquiring. Because they're tired. They're already too busy sustaining their everyday life. It appears that I'm not getting through to you. Oh, what a coincidence. I was thinking the same thing too. No matter what you say, I do not want to turn a blind eye to this reality, nor conform to it. That was Mountain of Smiling Bodies, Werewolf, and some I don't remember. You could tell that just from the sound? Wow. Sounds like electropop. I'm amazed. I'm amazed by you guys. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, I kind of want to... I know Yesod's floor is really good, but I don't really have a lot of good blunt right now, do I? It's just a lot of slash for the moment. I'm gonna start using Keto floor again. Where is the... By the way, what's the maximum amount of purple pages you can get again? Is it 3? If so, I should probably try to get another Walters page at some point, but we'll do it later. I'll do it in my own time, not on stream. Combat preparation. Slow. Put that in. Flaming bat. Uh, one charge up and then 2 retaliate. Nope, retalte is what I just wrote. That's retalt is also still not correct, me. Good work. Good work. I'm really smart. Okay. Whoa. We're going sideways now. So I don't remember which one is which. I think the one on the left might be the stray dogs. And I kind of want to get that because if you use the stray dog pages, you get dog ears. You get a battle symbol that's just dog ears, which I enjoy. Sorry, was there something... Hot-hearted Blora is almost what I just said. No, actually, you can just keep... You can keep your... Cat Whiskers Roland. I want to see Catboy Roland. I think we all deserve to see Catboy Roland. It's very important. The wolf I recognize because there's a major pain in the behind thanks to Red Riding Hood. I believe, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just try to get another Walter page at some point. Bastards like you. Hey, I was right, this is the stray dogs. Need some beating. Get it into your thin skull. That's enough, young me. Beating them to death won't do us any good. District 22 may be our turf, and those chumps you're beating may, to a pulp, maybe from as high as Section 6, but we're talking about an association here. We're gonna be in an even bigger trouble if you kill them all. Walter, if only that bastard kept his promise, we wouldn't have gotten into this mess. We needed the floor plan of L Corp's nest. The Zwei had it. We should teach these fuckers a lesson on how important it is to keep promises. Night will fall soon. The sweepers will come for our asses any second now. And the Thumb wouldn't even contact us. We shed blood, gathering intel on that distortion for that bastard Walter, and this is how he repays us. Those zealots at the Church of Gears took out more than half of our syndicate. Their leader was an inhuman freak, alright. We worked our asses off securing the goods from the church, and for what? If we can't hand over the floor plan of Elcorp's nest to the Thumb. All that's left for us is to get purged by the Thumb for failing our job. Shouldn't have made a deal with an association in the first place. At least Walter was a sensible one. Maybe something happened to him. Isn't a syndicate working with an association like a major, like, scandal? He might have been a cunning old fart, but he was still the director of Zwei Section 6. Besides, he'd usually leave field jobs to his men. Doesn't make sense for him to die all too suddenly. Anything can happen. For fuck's sake, you really killed them all. There's one more option for us. You've done it again. Flew into a blind rage and crushed their bones and guts to a pulp. Young me. Even if they were a bunch of small fry from Section 6, killing this many of them might get Section 2 or 3 to chase us down. That's why I could send an army of fixers at us now. These sons of bitches needed to understand what the weight of a promise is. I do hope you have a backup plan for when the Zwei come to thank us for that lesson. Just look at this. An envelope? The rumored invitation to that library. Hold on. Among the books of the day they listed... Sorry, I forgot what the books of the day. It's like a restaurant. They listed there's the Book of Walter, so that's what happened? You had a plan after all. What? Young me. So you already knew that Walter died in the library and still pulverized Section 6? It's about sending a damn message. Syndicates have a tendency to kill more than they need to, unlike fixers. They cause trouble just because they feel like it. Anyway, what they were trying to do getting sweepers and what were they trying to do getting sweepers and the Thumb involved? I might know about the sweepers. You do? Well, I guess they are infamous. I saw them tear humans to pieces and use them as fuel. Are they like that in real life too? Sort of. One sweeper is tough as it is, and they all have health hollow, which is really good. And they're just really strong because of that. But what's really scary is their organizational power. They crawl out of the woodwork every night and clean the back streets. We can't even guess how many of them are there. No matter how many we take down, more would show up the next night. Think we can make it back in time? Isn't it a bit tight? It is, but we'll probably get back just in time. Greetings, dear guests. I'm Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Scratch that. Just let us in. We're in a hurry. You are rather impatient, I see. I said shut up and let us in, now. May you find your book in this place. Has there even been one reception recently where Angela hasn't just been exasperated by the time she gets to may you find your book in this place? I feel like whenever she gets to that point recently, she's just like, oh, okay, just go in, whatever, I don't give a shit. What are you doing? You have that. Okay, so I will just retaliate. That's fine. I mean, that's Finn. Oh yeah, Finn was nice. Dino, the only likable stray dog. Yeah. I mean, I think all of them are more likable than Gyeongmi. Not a high bar, to be fair. Taboo probably, yeah, it's like a taboo or some kind of... It's just like it's bad if an association is caught working with a syndicate. I just realized that I have like no attack pages in any of these decks, so they do approximately 0 damage, which is not very good. You think you'll get a stray dog? We'll get a stray dog with Identity and Limbus? Stray dog I'm not sure about. Thumb I could definitely see happening, because Thumb's very... All the fingers are very, very prominent in the city, right? So it would make sense, I think, for them to get one. Like, around the same level as an association. Probably, like, I can see us getting more identities from various corporations, so I can definitely see them also getting ones for, like, big syndicates. But stray dogs, probably not. I mean, they could. I wouldn't complain if they did. I just don't really know if that's gonna happen, because... they're kind of like small fry. I probably shouldn't be using all of my light like this, but whatever. What do you think? If Limbus or Fight could be tackled like Library of Ruina, like being able to choose which center attacks in which order, specifically non-abnormality fights? At first I kinda didn't enjoy the fact that, in human fights you can't actually pick your targets, but after farming Mirror Dungeon a lot, I actually like it better that way, because abnormality fights take way longer because you have to pick all the targets manually, and the AI doesn't really know how to manage that properly. So I actually kind of do like the way that human fights work, is just kind of as long as the human fight isn't a boss fight, like if there's a boss fight, I do want to be able to choose my targets. But if it's just like a bunch of weaklings, then I'm just like, whatever, that's fine. Like, I just want to be able to go through them quickly. Wow, you can have 4 scratch stats in your deck? Is that even a thing you can do? In your own bookshelves? I guess Gyeongmi just has one thing he's really good at. Watch me evade all of these dice. I'm actually not sure that'll happen, but you know, we'll find out. Oh my god. Aw, you almost made it through. He evaded like a solid half of them, and then won the last clash anyway. So that's fine. Defensive tagging wants 2 power. Okay, hold on. Oh. They'll never see it coming. But I should probably clash with that instead, shouldn't I? Whatever, you can retaliate, that's probably fine. Oh, he has a light restore page. Oh, it's Brawl. I really like that Brawl is just kind of the fuck around and find out page. Not quite sure what you're gonna get. Oh wow, Retaliate did not work that time, huh? Will it work this time? Yeah, good work. Oh, why do I still have Commandeering on you? I should probably swap that out at some point, whatever. Okay, wait. No, that's gonna... I mean, maybe it has to clash it with Commandeering. That's 4, 8, 3, 4, 3, 4. I mean... I guess that's fine. You're too slow. Oh, maybe I was too slow actually. All dice on this page lose 2 power. I have no idea if that's permanent or not. If that's just like for the rest of the fight is less useful. I mean, maybe that's how it works. You don't really need to use charge up right now. Is Kyungmi going to go up in emotion? One to 15 is a very funny. It's a very funny dice. I guess I'll just use fence. Actually, I'll use charge up and then I'll use fence. And then you can just charge up on you. Oh, I probably should have gotten someone to actually kill Youngmi. Whoops. That's not great. Whatever, I'm just gonna get you to slap Youngmi a little bit, because I want him dead. Well, goodbye Roland. It was nice knowing you. Chroma was an abnormality battle though, so that was fine. Also loading right there, yeah. What does the blue bar under the character health? I've never seen anyone explain it. What do you mean? That's the emotion. And once it fills up, they go up in emotion level. Blue is positive emotion, red is negative emotion. If you win a clash, you get positive. If you lose a clash, you get negative. And I think once everyone, or at least once enough of your characters have gotten to like emotion level 3, you will be able to choose emotion level 3 abnormality pages. I don't remember exactly how that's calculated. Dino I can kill now as well. Let us use handling work on Dino, and then we will charge up on you. Nice. Good work. Well, don't die, please. Okay, you're at emotion level 3 now, so I can just beat the shit out of you. Goodbye. Can you please stop attacking that guy? Please stop attacking Adeli, she's on 3 HP. What did I use? Commendate. Let's use Retaliate. Actually, whatever. Wow, you actually dodged that. Good work. Courageous handler. Okay, I probably have time for just one more reception before I'll stop. Isn't it annoying to listen to your silly chirping? To deal with the things those guests say, I mean. A lot of them don't hesitate to spout harsh words at you. I'm surprised you can withstand it all. They're our precious guests we've invited, so it's only fair to treat them as such. Besides, I'm already used to keeping others pleased in conversation. I envy that professionalism of yours. Maybe you should give a lecture on hospitality to all the restaurant owners in the back streets someday. They could really learn a thing or two from you, especially Pierre's Bistro. But still, it'll probably be a lot easier on you to be more flexible with greeting guests rather than sticking to the same polite attitude. I'll take note of that. Badly, I watched as long as I could. Gotta be right back with dinner preparations. Thanks for the stream and bye-bye, Shy Guy! Don't worry, the stream won't be going too much longer anyway, so you won't be missing much. Just one reception, I think. Let me just... Let me see what I get. Oh no, no Gyeongmi page. This is so sad. What does Gyeongmi's page even do? Oh, I don't get to see. Whatever. It doesn't matter, I guess. Okay, let's do... I think this is Molar office. Big sis, you've seen the message from T-Corp, right? What? When did we get that? Oh, bugger, I'm about a bomb. She threw a huge drinking party with her friends from the same corner of the back streets last night. They occupied the whole pub and got wasted all night, I heard. Just how much did you drink this time? Oi, Rain. My head's still ringing from the hangovers. Just keep the lecture for later, yeah? Maybe in an hour or so. And what's this? This receipt says you used our office funds to pay for it too. Thank you for utilizing Warp services as always. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. I forgot. This is when... No. This is when it begins. Oh, next stream is gonna be fun. Thank you for utilizing Warp services as always. The next train departing is Warp Train UW212. Indeed, indeed. Yep. All passengers, please check your pass and make sure you are in the correct carriage for travel. And remember, watch for it. Warn us. We'll all be good. Seems it's our turn now. Oh, I always feel ill and out of sorts when I board warp trains. Just don't make an ass of yourself like the last time. Anyway, this request is rather unexpected. One from our corp of all places. Isn't it something right dangerous if our corp has to request another party to do the job? It might be just using a no-name office like us as bait to test the waters while they do it themselves. I'll say, who's the client for that request? The captain of the rabbit team herself? Ooh. You kids might be thinking I'm just an easygoing drunkard, but every action of mine is calculated, you see? Ah, here she goes again. That mule lass, an old mate of mine. I drank with her just yesterday. You mean, said she's got an easy job for me, so all I gotta do is give her a small cut of the rewards. No wonder you were so proud about going out for a drink. I was in a rather good mood, so I let her dine like a king and paid for all that with our office card. Is Mule a trustworthy person? I wouldn't say so. She acts like a hot-headed lass, but she's actually pretty nice deep inside when you get to know her. I swear down, I'll curse you for the rest of my life if it turns out to be weird nonsense again. All passengers, please board the warp train UW212. It's nice to be on vacation after so long. Oh no. This is our first time taking a warp ride. Is everything gonna be okay? No, it's not. You're such a worrywart, darling. So many people use warp every day. I heard there were several accidents when they were first starting out. You can just stay by my side and keep your eyes closed if you're so worried silly. Okay, I'll stick fast to you and hold tight. Yep, you'll stick fast to her. You'll definitely do that. Warp's gonna happen soon. I don't want to deal with warp. No. Next stream is gonna be so fun. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the cat spell. Good to see you. Take care of the mess I have if I happen to vomit this carriage rain. Big sis, please. Attention all passengers, please fasten your seatbelts. We're departing now. Oh, I always wondered, what's the point of these seatbelts? Courtesy, I suppose? Who knows, it might actually be better than nothing. We will be initiating the warp in 10 minutes. Oh, you. Clinging on to me like a baby. Well, you never know. We'll be there just 10 seconds after the train starts, but you're cute, so I'll let you be. Why do we have to sit right behind those two lousy lovebirds? Shh, shut it, they'll hear us. Please do not open the doors while the train is in warp. I'll be taking a nap. Wake me when we're there. It's going to take less than 10 minutes anyway. Whatever. Big sis, wake up. Hell, what's it this time? Something seems to have gone wrong. It's been an hour since we departed, but the train still hasn't arrived at its stop. Is Lara a sequel to Lobotomy Corp? Yeah, Library of Ruina is a sequel to Lobotomy Corporation, and I think Limbus Company takes place after that. Lobotomy Corporation, I think it's okay to play Library of Ruina without playing Lobotomy Corporation first. You can, although you can play it if you want, obviously. It's just not necessary. If you really want to, you can watch the cutscenes on YouTube or something, just because Lobotomy Corporation is really difficult. I'd never actually beat it myself. Well, maybe I'd be able to do it nowadays, but I don't know. I don't have much faith in myself. Anyway, the story is in Library of Ruina. If you want to play that before playing Lobotomy Corporation, that should be okay, because the story it tells, it does explain the previous events, just not in as much detail, I think. What's happening, Mary? You said we'd be there in just 10 seconds. Why don't Roland use guns? Guns are very expensive in the city. The head has a tax on firearms and ammunition, because I think the reasoning is they want to make killing much more personal and bloody. So they made firearms and ammunition very, very expensive. So most people don't use them, because the costs outweigh the benefits. What's happening, Mary? You said we'd be there in just 10 seconds. That's strange. It shouldn't take any longer than that. 6 hours in. Bollocks, did we get unlucky or what? Warp hasn't had any accidents in the last 10 years though. We might end up getting trapped here. Or breaking through that door if anything goes wrong. You're insane. The warning said you'll get sucked out into space if we try to open the doors while the train's in warp. 17 hours in. Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. Where are we? I can't even take off the seatbelt. Tommy, everything will be fine soon enough. I am sorry. It's my fault for asking to take a warp train. Train seems to be operating still. Oi, take out your tools now. We're cutting off the bloody seatbelt. 31 hours in. Bloody hell, this is driving me nuts. 300 poor souls trapped in here and they do fuck all about it? The atmosphere's getting eerie. Everyone seems more sensitive than usual. What's funnier is that I'm not feeling any thirst or hunger, even though we haven't had anything in the last 31 hours. I won't even leave a dent on this bloody door. Unless Explodey 2, the city's pretty crowded too, no? That's true, although I don't know. I guess fixes usually care about collateral damage, but if they're a syndicate, they probably wouldn't care if they killed like 20 extra people. Except for the fact that I might get association spreading off to them, you know? Guess we really are trapped. I don't see a way out. All we can do is wait. Looks like the others are slowly losing their minds too. Oi, how about a gamble? What do you mean a gamble? I'm saying maybe we use this. An invitation? It's the stuff I got from Myo. Never thought I'd use it now. Here's my pen. I'd do anything to get out of this train too. A malfunction with warp? This could be a huge blow to W Corp's reputation if it ever gets out to the public. It was supposed to arrive at the destination in only 10 seconds, right? Yup. The warp train's operating with W Corp singularity. They can get to any station in 10 seconds no matter how far away they are. A 30-second delay would be a big enough issue already, and a 30-hour delay? That's gonna be outright fatal to the corporation's trust. Even a singularity can malfunction, it seems. I guess no technology is ever really flawless. Anyway, I might be able to have an unexpected reunion soon enough. You have any familiar faces in that office? No. You mean Myo, the captain of the rabbit team, then? Yes. Oh. So you had connections with one of the captains from our corp. That Olga person knowing her is surprising enough, but you have some impressive networking finesse too. Though we probably won't be greeting each other with smiles when we do meet again. What, you weren't friends with her? You know what? I guess it makes more sense this way. What did you expect? Did you really think I would have any friends to casually chat with? I was just wondering. Our corp is different from Fixers on a fundamental level. Their work might seem similar to what Fixers do, but they take on things of a much larger scale with a much more professional mentality. I expect no less from one of the wings. Aren't you relaxed? Ooh, now this is teleportation. Much faster and better than W Corp's idiotic singularity. Are we really sure we can proceed so carelessly? You said you got that invitation from our corp. Mika, shut him up for a bit. Oh, I think I'm gonna vomit right here if I hear another peep at him. Rain is speaking the truth though. Maybe we should have been more cautious. Sure, no one's on my side. It's all thanks to my quick judgment that we could escape from that bugged train. Greetings to your guests. Good to see you too, lassie. I apologize. We're in a bit of confusion right now, and she's hungover as well. I understand. I do have experience dealing with drunkards. Hey, you know what the hell's going on back there? All I know is that you are our guest invited to the library, I'm afraid. She's a bit nicer than what Myo told me. Do you know her? You see, we were supposed to dig into the relationship between L Corp and the library. That's what Myo asked us to do. I see, so that's how you know about me. You know what's funny, lads? We're talking to a machine, not a person. Oh, I guess Mika's a guy. Let's not anger her now. We'll just take the books listed on the invitation and leave, okay? Let's be blunt, lassie. You know what relationships the library has with L Corp, don't ya? Myo says the fact that you're in the library is indisputable evidence that this place is related to L Corp somehow or another. I'm sure you can find the answer to that in the books you seek. We're terribly sorry. Be going in now. May you find your book in this place. W Corp saw the singularity and said, yeah, let's throw people into a tiny void, hand size. Probably master where the train feels so slow when inside to teleport to the other side. I think actually what's happening... I don't actually know if the void is that small. Like, I imagine it's kind of just... Well, I don't remember exactly, but I kind of figured it was just like in its own pocket dimension. And then the reason it takes so long is because they're harvesting time for T-Core. I guess it's up to me and Mika to deal with all this, judging from your messy state, big sis. Ugh, I'm so feeling nauseous. It's rather intimidating to be in unfamiliar places. Is Mika a guy? Olga did say lad, so I'm going to assume yes. Okay, you deal with this one. You can deal with this. Actually no, not that. You do this, and then it's probably fine if you do that. And you can do this. That should be fine. Alright, after I do this, I'm finally gonna get like a really nice light restore page, or at least one that's not completely horrible. I think Olga's weight up is pretty decent. I remember using it quite a bit. Although, was that gain light for discarding a card? Oh, I don't actually remember. That might be good for like ranged decks maybe, because you have a bunch of ammunition. I can't remember, I'll check in a minute. Oh no, it's just restore 1 light for free. Yeah, I'm just gonna replace all my charge ups with that. Oh, actually, don't bother flashing with that. You should do handling work on this. Actually, do handling work first. There. Now, we... retaliate is fine. That'll work. And then, daring decision, I will retaliate that as well. Thank you very much. I think Roland's gonna get an emotion level up in a minute, so... Wait. Shit. I targeted the wrong person. Okay, do this. Ow, my bones. Stop that. Nice! You dodged all of them. Love to see it. Mika die. Whoopsie. I didn't mean to kill her. Or him, actually. I wanted to get their emotion levels up. Just do that. That should be fun, right? Olga, will you level up, please? Is that level 3? Yep. Good enough for me. What I will do here is I'll try to use defensive pages in like one-sided attacks against Olga here. So that, I save up the defensive die so I can use the defensive die without just straight up killing that person. Oh, I could actually maybe just clash it with charge up. That might work. Yeah, okay, actually, clash with charge up. You're gonna take some damage, but that's fine. Every day I lament how few attacks I actually have in my decks. Yeah, auto rapid steps doesn't seem too bad. It kinda seems like it might be like, you're too slow too. sequel to You're Too Slow. Oh, you're level 3 now. Okay. Actually, scratch that. And just smack him. Sorry, Rain. I liked you. Goodbye. I find it funny that Olga Page is like, wait, I'm gonna throw up. Yeah, and that gives her light. It actually restores stuff for her. Good for her. I wonder how strong Olga would have been if she wasn't completely fucking hungover. Any guesses on why R-Corp cares about this place? L-Corp was a major client of R-Corp, and it disappeared into thin air, so it's natural for them to want to look into it. A major client of R-Corp, huh? I guess that makes sense. L-Corp and its nest weren't really special in terms of military power. It must have been a very important client for R-Corp if they were asked to protect a whole nest. It was a mutual relationship too. L-Corp was supplying all the energy R-Corp needed, and W-Corp depended on L-Corp's energy supply as well. 3 wings in collusion with each other, huh? So much for trickle-down economics. There's no use complaining to me. I was simply following my orders. Yeah, employees gotta do whatever the boss tells them to do, whether it's the wings or the back streets. Okay. Library grade must reach 15? What do you mean? Oh, like this? Oh, I need to do more. Third episode of Hard Story. Complete reception using only pages whose costs are odd number. If I didn't check this, I would never have finished that. What the hell? Okay. I guess I can just... I can probably do that really quickly. Hold on. Let me just beat up the rats, I guess. Okay. Let's just go beat up the rats. Hard, you can just... Save that, and now we're going to get rid of these, and this, and we're... What a weird objective. Skidaway is probably actually pretty good for this. Oh, I don't care. Whatever. This is fine. This is so stupid. Talking about wings, the image they show in Limbus is the one looking eerily... Yeah, I remember seeing that. Like, they're explaining the wings and then they show a picture of White Knight. And I was like, oh no. I mean, White Knight does have wings, but I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's really what they meant by that. Oh my god, I just took 0 damage. Good for you. I have a feeling that we're probably going to see the Knight in Limbus, probably going to be Headache to fight. I mean, if we do see it, it will not be for a long time, because we struggled so much against Chroma, which was treated as a TEF. And we fought a VAV before, a WAW. We fought that before with the false apple, not false apple, Snow Queen's apple. What's it called? Green stem, whatever Queen apple. I don't remember. Ebony Queen apple, I think is called. We have dealt with that before, which was a WAW VAV, I believe. But I think it was still under the clip-off deterrence because it was in a lobotomy corp, not Golden Apple. The one that shakes around a lot, or like moves really suddenly a lot. And I think Otis has an ego for it, the AoE one. I think it's Ebony Queen Apple. So we have fought that, which was a Valve, but it was under the clip-off deterrence because it was in a Lobotomy Corporation branch, I think. So it was probably easier than it would have been otherwise. Okay. Oh, it's the red shoes. Fun. The damned shoes got redder with people's blood. Those who saw the shoes would chop off each other's ankles to wear them, blinded with desire. Sanguine desire. What do you have as a passive? Prioritizes targets with bleed. Left shoe, right shoe, ha omukidashite, pa 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 derekusai na. I'm just gonna smack this one. Okay, we're just gonna finish doing these suppressions and then I will probably go. Nice. Good retaliate. I just saw it roll a 13, and I'm not gonna question it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Can't really clash that with anything, unfortunately. Can I? Yeah, you can redirect that, that's fine. And so you can do Taste My Flaming Bat there. Well, as of now, the max ego power we have is HE, which gives the possible power of the sinners. Okay. Not temporarily. But what I'm guessing is that Limbus is gonna have a base of 24 chapter for almost each corporation inside the city. This is a game that's supposed to be exploring the whole of the city. Might be 23, or maybe a little less. I don't know if we're... because I kind of doubt that we're gonna go into A, B, or C Corp. Because that seems... that's like right at the middle of the city. That seems like a bad idea. Just, we might die horribly. Because if Don Quixote decides to be Don Quixote over there, things are not going to end well. So if you're too slow... if you're too slow manages to evade something, does that buff itself? Because it keeps evading? Not sure how that works. Anyway, beat the shit out of it. I should probably burn some of those Olga books so I can actually get the light restore one. Seems like it might be a smart idea. Okay, suppression of the red shoes complete. Hello, hello, got some fresh books for you. Hi Roland, you're working hard as always. You tell me, If only our Miss Head Librarian could appreciate all this hard work with a huge reward or anything. How are you doing with Angela, by the way? So-so, I guess. She can be scary at times, but I can live with it. Angela seemed to be the most comfortable when she was talking with you. Really? To be fair, all the librarians I met so far did seem to despise Angela. You told me before about your motto of that's that and this is this, right? I've been thinking, and I don't think I can follow that. I'd have to loathe Angela with all my being, but I just can't get myself to bear any unconditional hatred towards her. Oh boy, that took a turn. I'm guessing it's because Angela has her fair share of tragic history and stuff. That's right, everyone has their own stories. Even if someone is committing bad things right now, I don't want to judge them based on solely the snippets I see of them. That was so many S sounds. Oh my god, the sibilants must be insane. So I try to understand them in depth. Man, you're an angel. I wish Yesod or Netzak were half as kind as you. Do I look like a good person to you, Roland? Don't know about that. Kind and good aren't exactly one and the same. Is that so? I wasn't really a good person, you see. Oh, is this about your first and second lives? I remember Malkuth talking about them. I see. That's how Malkuth put it. Yeah, you're right. My first life was a tragic one. This seems to be the case with everyone here. You're all doing research to cure humanity, right? So many people were killed because of me. Huh? You're admittedly pretty good at fighting as a librarian, but you don't smell like a serial killer or anything. Do I? I still think I'm directly responsible for their deaths. I snitched to the head about the experiments we were doing and about the atrocious things we were committing. I sent an arbiter to the laboratory and killed so many of my colleagues. When I heard the news, I couldn't take it anymore, so I took my own life. What happened there? I had to watch Malkuth, Yesod, and Netzak died horrible deaths in that laboratory. And what happened to a young boy who participated in the experiment. That's not all. We injected people with drugs and recorded the changes and side effects they made. Within the city? No, the laboratory was in the outskirts, to avoid the head and its eyes. Now you can see that I'm not a good person at all, right? Nope, it's not that. I'm frowning because there's one thing about the story I don't understand. The head bothered to dispatch an arbiter just to take care of a research project that got some people killed, one that took place in the outskirts, outside of the city's limits. This part doesn't make sense. Are you really sure it was an arbiter? That's what I heard. It matches what I learned in Lobotomy Corp during my second life, too. It's still too hard for me to believe. You're pondering over odd things, Roland. I thought you'd lambast me for being a traitor. Well, betrayals happened on a daily basis where I used to live. Besides, real betrayals tend to be a whole lot more cruel. Are you from one of the nests, Todd? Yeah, I was born in a nest and I went to school in a nest. And the other librarians are too? Most of them are. There's one from the back streets and one from the outskirts, but that's about it. Which one's which again? I think... Geber was back streets, right? And Tifrith was outskirts? Was that it? I can't fully remember. Damn, you guys are all elites, huh? Gotta wonder how you ended up living such miserable lives. And you all had the drive to leave behind the comfort of living in a nest for a research facility in the outskirts. That must have taken some determination. My bad for calling you a bunch of spineless snobs. We were full of passion, too, which I ended up betraying. That means the reason you can't blindly hate Angela was mostly an excuse for yourself? I guess. I made a huge mistake once, but I want to be better now. I want to become a better person. I'm sure everyone wants to. At the same time, part of my mind still can't forgive Angela. We've already spent 2 days on this stalemate. You're holding up much better than I expected. Of course we are. Did you really think we'd go to sleep just because you told us to? However, it is only a matter of time. And time is what matters to you most right now. Our employees have sustained too much damage. The regenerators are at their limits too. I put up with this play for such a long time. I could pass a day or two in an instant. But the last 2 days have felt so long and slow. Angela, your filthy deed born out of your personal desire shall never be brought to fruition. Ugh. The circumstances are no longer the same as before, Gebra. I am now aware of the existence of ego and its capabilities. I didn't realize that she still had that pattern on her. Even in her little robot form, that's very cute. And the tiny mimicry is also very funny. All employees from the welfare and disciplinary teams have fallen. You'll never get to spread the light for those 7 days you all planned. It would last, perhaps 4 days at most. And I'd be left with only 2 or 3 days worth of light for myself. In any case, none of us will have won this battle. What is your point? I'd like to make a proposal. I want to live, you see. Angela offered us a deal, and many of the Sephiroth were against it. Sephiroth? Oh, that's what the librarians were called back in Lobotomy Corp. 9 librarians sleeping on each floor, you know? Oh, I see. Yeah, the ones I met didn't seem to be too happy with this job. I guess that's why you all hate Angela so much. Me, Malkuth, Yasod, Netsak, and Hokma were the ones opposing her offer. That means the other 4 approved it. Angela wasn't completely alone, huh? To be fair, they weren't actively supporting it. It was more of a deferral. One sec. Why were you against her offer if you thought she could eventually become a better being? It's silly, I know. Even in the middle of that, I was thinking I could repent for my sins with death. Hold on, you what now? You were supposed to die at the end of the plan Angela ruined? Yep. The whole thing was meant to end with us shutting down, falling into an eternal slumber knowing that our long-desired wish was fulfilled. Jeez, you were all ready to accept a morbid fate like that? You're always surprised over the oddest details, Roland. I thought you'd blame me for running away from my problems, even at the end. Nah, that's a totally natural opinion. Nope, that's a totally natural reaction in my opinion. I'm not a very strong or spirited person, so I get why you do that. So, in summary, you objected to Angela's offer at first because you wanted to forfeit your own life as the last step of your atonement, but now that you had some time to think things over, you're willing to give Angela a chance. Yeah, that's about right. It was a rather heavy topic for me, but you summed it up neatly. Well, things are bound to seem lighter from an outsider's perspective. Thanks for listening anyways. It helped me sort through my thoughts too. You're welcome, miss. It's all part of my work. And now, do I have a knapsack to do? Oh, those are all red. I guess that makes sense because it's the red shoes. Okay, let's quickly do knapsacks, and then I am going to end the stream. Wow, I did not equip you with that, huh? Child of the galaxy. Children of the galaxy sees only the neon stars. If all allies have 1 HP at the start of the scene, die. Really love that phrasing. At the start of the scene, if there's an ally with 1 HP, including self, all characters lose 10% of their max HP. Store 10% HP at the start of the front scene does not activate. Okay. So basically, I have to kill them at the same time. Oh, thankfully they rolled low on their speed this turn, so I can actually redirect one. I guess I'll do that. I mean, that's probably fine. Actually, do that instead. You smack that one. And then you probably, are you going to go up in emotion? Oh, you'll probably get 2 emotion from this. Maybe 3, I don't remember how the emotion mechanics work. I forgot to burn the books of Olga again. Whoopsie. Oh, deal 5% stagger damage to all enemies, that's convenient. Because they were both very low, but not quite down. Okay, you smack that one. Smack that one. maybe completely winning a clash is enough to get an emotion coin, I think. Maybe. Maybe. Whoops. I thought that would happen in a different order. I forgot to check the speed dice properly. Well. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Nah. If you retaliate against that, can you... Shit. What choices do I have here? I mean... Sorry, Netsack, you're just gonna have to take some hits for me. Big fan of these giant evade dice, they're so good. The 4 enduring definitely helps. Forgot that was what that was. Where am I getting enduring from? Probably retaliation or something. I need you guys to kill this as quickly as you possibly can. Pretty please. Which is apparently not very quickly, because I do not have a lot of offensive die. Please be enough. Okay. We did it. I wonder how hard encountered a head member and all. Probably, maybe explained in Lobotomy Corp? I don't remember. I should probably go back and look at the Lobotomy Corporation cutscenes at some point. Hold on. Depends, honestly, they can go in almost any direction so far, besides exploring each sinners. Yeah, I just mean, like, I don't think that they would go near the center of the city because that seems like it would be way too dangerous. What I find weird for now, the other team, the mother of Gregor, the brother of Honglu, and the last one, I think it's someone related, like an old colleague of Yi Sang, as maybe is what I remember. I could probably just go rewatch the cutscene at some point, but depends on us. Yeah. Anyway, maybe we'll find out more about them at some point. Did they even show up in chapter 3 at all? I know they showed up for a little bit in chapter 2. And like just a little tiny bit. Hey, did you know that art is inseparable from alcohol? Oh yeah, I heard that. They say art is all about flashes of inspiration, right? You know it. Maybe we're on the same page after all. Oh, you brought a different booze this time. Absinthe? This is the liquor with a legacy that's so deeply tied to art. It's almost legendary. Since I'm in charge of arts, I could use some simulation to work like a real artist. Ugh, this one's pretty strong, but it's charming nonetheless. What if Angelus scolds us like last time, though? Well, we can worry about that later. Works for me. By the way, just thought I'd mention there's no need to worry about courtesy and stuff with me. I'd say it's more comfortable for me to go with courtesy. Alright then. Look at this glowing green liquor, it's just like the arts of the city. I really do like those little green guys in the background. Don't know what they are, but I like them. Just hanging out. Imitations that are provocative, but nothing else. Imitations of imitations, in fact. Though I don't see any point in being original either. I'm likely someone or something else's imitation too. As if stuff like originality or arts even matters in the city in the first place. They do if you're part of the ring. Probably. All those self-proclaimed artists are nutcases. They seem to be mistaking any stimulation that's stronger than usual for art, just like how I'm praising this drink as a work of art. The pianist must have been one hell of a stimulant then. I heard that its music was a hair-raising masterpiece that awoke this great city from its ennui. Well, the intensity was unprecedented, that's for sure. And some is still hungover from that performance like they were slammed with a real strong booze. How about you? I must be one of them, I suppose. I never heard that kind of music before. I guess you've taken a liking to art, seeing as you're talking all about this. True, if I could choose to live a different life, I might have been a painter or something. Painter? I'd be able to quietly express all my emotions on the painting. Maybe I could have lived a humble life just like that. And how'd a modest man like yourself end up involved in something as grandiose as curing humanity? Oh, it really is a mystery. I'm not even sure. I think I wanted to be of help to someone. Ooh, a someone? Perhaps your first love? Was it love, really? Even if it wouldn't have worked out anyway. But I was still quietly holding on to the hope that I could make something better. That if I let go of my life, I could bring a bigger hope to some other person. That's why I participated in the research. That's why I stood against Angela. Isn't it about time we ended the stalemate? We're at the dawn of the 4th day. If you were to drag on any further, I'll be left with no choice but to terminate all of you instantly. I'm with you on this one. We're never gonna beat you at this rate. I didn't fight, spread only a meager half of the light. Kebra, how could you agree with her? We might lose everything. I'm with Angela too. Enoch's death deserves a better meaning than this half-baked light. I am not willing to gamble with everything we've worked for. Say, Angela, if what you're saying is true, does that mean the employees who died in this place can come back as well? Indeed, you and your employees will wake up with brand new bodies. That doesn't erase all the pain we and the employees went through. And all our hard work, too. Even if this deal were to be put through, it will only delay the inevitable. How can we trust you not to betray us again? Betray? Don't be absurd. Have we ever once gathered around a table calmly discussing what we should do with this light? We haven't. I'll make sure to keep this promise, though. Both you and I require the light in its whole, albeit for different reasons. I could use up this residue of light left for me right now, but I'd much prefer to have all of it. So, I'd like to live more. I don't care if you want to die or not. I want to live my own life. And I'd like to learn more about the city and about this world I live in. Angela, once we've reclaimed all of the light, you are free to lay judgment upon me when that time comes. Though I won't sit back, of course. That is all I have to offer. If no one else objects, I'll proceed with it right away. I shall become a sentinel once more and watch your every action. It appears that we have all come to an agreement. Don't worry, I have no plans to let this be the end. Life will call out to you once again, so take a nap until then. Whoever says out loud that they want to die is lying. They actually want to live more than anyone, so they express that urge in one way or another. On the other hand, when someone is genuinely willing to die, they end up disappearing silently. When Angela said she wanted to live, I felt something within me. That I want to live too. No one really wants to die, man. They all seem to regret it moments before death. Well, it's usually too late for them by the time they realize that. You seem well versed in that kind of stuff. You get to see all kinds of people when you work as a fixer. When I saw that desperation to live, I was reminded of the many employees who died right in front of my eyes back in the Lobotomy Corp. It's ironic how we were trying to save humanity, yet couldn't save the people right next to us. That's when I thought, if I could live more, what would I want to do? It's a good idea to think about your next move, yeah? How about you, Roland? Are you going to go back to being a fixer once you're free? Well, I'll have to think more on that. I still have a long way to go. Let's give it our best shot. Alright, here's to us. I can toast to that, alright. Here's to us. Really great how Netsaki uses the power of the light to create alcohol. He says I don't have a disease. Elma, dear, it's all thanks to me that you could keep your position as head of the Southern Branch, so maybe you should return some of that favor, no? I know, that was the deal. What do you want this time? I want your crew to take care of the things on this list. I think I might be able to locate it soon enough. These are all ridiculous requests. Well, do we have the right team for this? Let me guess. Section 2? Yes. See, I'm a very considerate person, Thelma. The library is on the list as well, now appointed as an urban plague by the Hana Association. That's the one I'm particularly interested in, actually. Roland. Yeah? Huh? If your estimation is correct, we'll have to thoroughly prepare ourselves for guests from major syndicates and even wings from now on, right? That was the third most surprising thing to happen to me here. What nonsense are you going on about this time? You just called me Roland. Because that's your name. I mean, yeah, but you've never referred to me with my name before. My level of trust for you has increased, and I wanted to reinforce our amity, so I tried referring to you in relatively more intimate terms. Is there a problem? Come on, that's a boring answer. It's been a long while since anyone called me by my name still. The last time I heard that was from my family, I guess. I feel like, didn't Hoddle Malkuth call you Roland? Actually, I think every other head librarian calls him Roland. Except for Yesod, who calls him Angela's lapdog. Didn't you say that your grandma disappeared long ago? Oh, I had a wife, you see. That's intriguing. You're not intrigued by the fact that someone like me managed to get married, right? You're intrigued by the whole concept of this inefficient practice among humans known as marriage, right? Please tell me more about your marriage. Just a heads up, it's an overall banal story with some sad moments. Don't think you'll really like it. I'm always open for new stories of others. Says the one who won't even tell me the story of her own life. I can't bring myself to recount that story ever again. I'm simply too sick of it. It's a boring and trifling story that looped over and over 10 millennia. Imagine reading the same book for 1 million years. You'll surely grow to resent it. I'd have choked myself by the tie around the 5th time I'd be forced to read a boring book. Well, anyway, I used to work my ass off. I had nothing better to do. Wasn't a bad fit for fixer work, coming from a rough background and all. As I kept working like a busy bee, I got a house in a decent spot and met a so-called soulmate. She was such a tough woman. When I looked at her back, I felt the comfort of finding a place to belong to, something I couldn't feel even when I bought my own house. I made so many attempts to try and catch her attention. Oh, am I dragging on too long? It's fine, please continue. I did get a bunch of opportunities to see her, since we were in the same industry. My wife was a pretty highly graded fixer, by the way. She was dependable for a reason. Highly graded is one way to put that. Anyway, countless ups and downs later, we tied the knot. I put it simply, here, but the heartache I felt in those twists and turns was real, you know? Both of us had piled up a hefty amount of money from working like dogs, so we decided to quit being fixers for a while, and spend a peaceful time together. This part's kinda corny, but happy is the only word to describe how I felt, really. I was alone my whole life and finally had someone to rely on. All we had to worry about was what we would have for lunch, where to take the stroll in the evening, what to name our child and stuff. Then one day, I got an urgent call from a friend asking me to do a request far away from home. You can probably guess where this is going by now. The job wasn't a huge deal and the pay was alright, so I decided to take it. The lady who lived with me said okay too. I was dispatched by a district... Nope, that's not even remotely close to what he just said. I was dispatched to a district famous for pajon, which was my wife's favorite food. I could almost see her mouth water with the thought of eating it when she sent me off. To live up to my better half's expectations, I purchased a stasis preservation box from U-Corp to present her with a warm pajon that's straight from the kitchen. But a huge incident occurred in my home district while I was away. The house collapsed, and my wife died along with our child she was still pregnant with. I cried for a long while, cursing this whole world and the city. I writhed and struggled, trying to earn this happiness, so why does it have to slip out of my hands so easily? Alright, that's the end of my story. This kind of stuff can happen to anyone in the city. It's only a matter of endurance. And you can endure that trial? I'm trying to settle it on my own terms. What was the second most surprising thing for you, by the way? Hmm? Oh, that working here suits me better than I thought, I guess? I'm saving the biggest surprise for the last. It's no fun to spoil everything at once, is it? I think I know what the biggest surprise was, but that is, very far in the future. And then, I'll leave you with sorting the rest of the books. Yeah! Passive transfer! Passive attribution, we got it! Yeah, I can put your shield on everyone. Oh my god, I missed so many messages, I'm so sorry. Beholders, first of all, hello Nep, good to see you. Nice to meet you, welcome to the cat spell. Beholders can get info on basically anyone, so I mean Hod might have been contacted by a beholder who wanted to give them info on what they were doing. True that beholders can do that. SMH, replaying Ruina and not using something like less easy library of Ruina to spice things up. Is that a mod? I have not heard of that before. I might actually look into that because that sounds fun. Hold on. Less easy library of Ruina. I hope it's okay to add mid-save. It would be very, very interesting for me to just add that all of a sudden. It's unlisted? I'll give you the link. Thank you. I think I just found it though. It's on the Steam Workshop, unless that's like a re-upload of it. I just googled it and I managed to find it. I think. Oh, actually maybe, is this even the real Steam site? I actually don't know. Anyway, that'll be fun. Thank you very much. I'll look into that. Trust me, it makes the game much less easy. I'll definitely try it. I don't know how well that's gonna go for me, because I'm kind of stupid, but actually maybe it'll be fun. Sorry that you came in right at the end though, because I was just about to end the stream. Sorry about that, but thank you everyone for coming by, and I hope I'll see you again. Also, look at my favorite boy. Look at him. I'm still so happy with myself for completely forgetting that I made all the dialogue bong bong, and then just getting jump scared by it earlier. I'm sorry, I get very easily amused by stupid garbage. It's fully doable with vanilla? Great. I'm not gonna look forward to certain fights with that mod, especially with Warp Train coming up. Actually, I guess Warp Train probably isn't gonna be that bad compared to stuff later down the line. I'm not gonna look forward to doing like, do not go home until you finish reading The Value of E. Red Mist is harder than Shao in it. I honestly didn't think Shao was that hard once you learnt the gimmick. It just took a long time. It was like a long fight, but it wasn't super difficult in the base game. At least when I did it. Because I did it... like, I played most of the boss fights right after they were released, because I was around for that. And that was fun. Hey, do you remember 3-4 Boundary of Death? Do you remember 3 Speed Dice Eugene? Shao was mechanically difficult though, to be honest. I honestly thought she was fine once you started looking at the passive and you looked at like the status effect she had and you realized, oh, power doesn't mean jack shit. Or whatever the gimmick was. I just remember like having a moment where I just like looked at it and I was like, oh, actually, as long as I pay attention, it's not so bad. The less easy version? Oh, okay. Well, I'll be looking forward to that. Oh god. Oh, I can't wait to fight Yan with less easy library of Ruina and just die. I'm just gonna die. I'm not gonna finish reading The Value of E. Learn to fight before... Ah, learning love or bitterness of coffee. Oh my god, I just love Millie. I love Millie. Shell Ice and Fire Edition. Oh dear. She's gonna become a... whatever that kid from My Hero Academia is called. I haven't really watched My Hero Academia. I just know there's a fire and ice guy who's very strong. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, by the way, I'm also gonna do a special fun stream on Thursday or Friday. For Refraction Railway. That's gonna be fun, if you wanna watch me go into something completely blind and just fucking die. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming by. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. I don't know how to do outros. Goodbye!